Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're taking you on a virtual tour of the top 5 cities in Canada you absolutely must visit this summer. We're talking poutine, politeness, and probably some moose. Just kidding. Unless, no moose. Look, Canada's got it going on, alright? Mountains that'll make you weep, cities that pulse with energy, and more maple syrup than you can shake a hockey stick at. And trust me, after writing this for those Rootcraft guys, I'm basically an expert. So buckle up, grab a double-double, and get ready to explore the Great White North. And hey, if you're Canadian, I'm contractually obligated to say I'm sorry if this offends you, eh? First up, we're heading to Vancouver, British Columbia. Think breathtaking ocean views, towering mountains, and enough lush rainforest to make you swear you've wandered into a Bob Ross painting. And the architecture? Don't even get me started. Modern skyscrapers practically high-fiving snow-capped peaks, all reflected in the sparkling waters of the harbor. It's enough to make you want to ditch the phone and actually gasp, live in the moment. But hey, you can still Instagram it later. Speaking of which, Vancouver's got a food scene that'll blow your mind. Fresh seafood, world-class sushi, and enough craft breweries to keep your thirst quenched for, well, let's just say a long Canadian winter. Just remember, when in Vancouver, don't mention the Canucks last season. It's a sensitive subject. Next, we're off to Toronto, the beating heart of Canada. This is a city that never sleeps, unless it's a nap in one of its gorgeous parks. And trust me, Toronto takes its park seriously. High Park alone is bigger than some countries. Okay, maybe not countries, but definitely bigger than my trailer on the set of Green Lantern. But Toronto's not all greenery and sunshine. It's also home to iconic landmarks like the CN Tower, where you can dangle yourself off the edge in a glass box if that's your thing. Me? I'd rather be face down in a plate of poutine. Speaking of food, Toronto's got it all. From Michelin-starred restaurants to hole-in-the-wall ethnic eateries, you'll be eating your way through this city like a raccoon in a garbage. Okay, bad analogy, but trust me, the food is amazing. Just remember, in Toronto, you're never more than 5 feet away from a Drake sighting. And also, construction. Lots of construction. Chapter 3. Montreal Bonjour, History Buffs. Bonjour from Montreal, a city that's got more charm than a French bulldog wearing a beret. Here, cobblestone streets wind through old Montreal, taking you back to a time when Canada was just a twinkle in a beaver's eye. And speaking of history, Montreal's got museums for days. Art, science, archaeology, you name it, they've got it. There's even a museum dedicated to potatoes. Okay, maybe not potatoes, but you get the idea. They love their museums, these Canadians. But Montreal's not stuck in the past. It's also a vibrant city with a killer nightlife, world-class festivals, and enough art galleries to make even the most jaded hipster say, ooh la la. Just remember, when in Montreal, brush up on your French. Or just learn to say poutine with a really good accent. It's basically all you need. Chapter 4, Quebec City. C'est délicieux. Now we're whisking you away to Quebec City, a city so charming, it'll make you want to wear a scarf and speak in subtitles. This is the only walled city in North America, and stepping inside is like stepping back in time. But Quebec City isn't just pretty cobblestone streets and horse-drawn carriages. Okay, it's a lot of that. But it's also got a food scene that'll make you want to loosen your belt a notch or two. Think hearty tourtière, cheesy poutine, because really, when in Canada, and maple syrup everything. I mean it, everything. Maple syrup glazed salmon, sure. Maple syrup infused coffee, you betcha. Maple syrup on your poutine, don't even get me started. Just remember, when in Quebec City, embrace the joie de vivre. Eat, drink, be merry, and try not to think about how much maple syrup you've consumed. Chapter 5, Calgary. Yeehaw, it's stampede time. Last but not least, we're moseying on down to Calgary, a city where the spirit of the Wild West is alive and well. Well, except for the gunfights and saloons. Those are mostly gone. But they do have the Calgary Stampede, which is basically the most Canadian thing ever. Imagine cowboys, rodeos, and enough pancake breakfast to feed a small army. It's 10 days of pure, unadulterated fun, and it's something you have to experience at least once in your life. Just maybe lay off the deep-fried butter. But Calgary isn't all about cowboys and rodeos. It's also a modern city with a thriving arts scene, world-class shopping, and enough craft breweries to make even a Vancouverite jealous. Just remember, when in Calgary, embrace the Western hospitality. Say howdy to a stranger, tip your hat to a pretty lady, and don't forget to pack your cowboy boots. Thanks for joining us on this whirlwind tour of Canada's top summer destinations. We hope we've inspired you to pack your bags, grab your passport, and experience the Great White North for yourself. And hey, if you're feeling really adventurous, maybe even try some of that maple syrup I was talking about, just maybe not all at once. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more epic travel adventures. See you in the next video.